answer real quick for you all? Anybody? Before we get started?
Well, I had one quick question. Was you going to touch on the TikTok ads and stuff like that tonight?
Yeah, for sure. I'll get into those.
All right, cool.
Give it a couple more minutes. Anybody else have any questions before we get started? Nope. All right. Get started in a couple minutes. Yeah, so just moved into my new spot a couple days ago. I had to get the Wi-Fi set up. That's why I haven't been as active in the chat lately. Definitely be more active in it from here on out as well. I'll be probably going live a couple times a week, posting videos in the e-commerce section every other day, every day, weekly. I'm going to tee this up. Alright. Make sure the stream is good. Everything's good. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Alright, so figured I'd go ahead and get it started. So for anyone new that's in, I'm going to be going over a couple things about how you can import products into your store, how your store should look, when it comes to before you're running your ads, and how you want your store set up when it comes to like the navigation. You want the policies set up. You want to make sure everything in the settings is set up before you start running your ads. So when it comes to for everyone that's new, who's new to dropshipping, who may not know anything at all, so when it comes to setting up your store, the first thing you want to do is sign up for your Shopify free trial, and then next you will want to download this app right here called Oberlo. So what Oberlo does, it gives you the opportunity to import products from AliExpress. So when it comes to importing your products, you definitely want to make sure that you're looking at suppliers that have good reviews, mainly 5-star reviews. Anything under 4-star reviews, you definitely don't want to be looking at. You definitely don't want to be importing into your store. And you want to make sure that the import order ratio for your product that you're looking to import into your store is at least 5-to-1. So for instance, if you have 500 orders on a product, you don't want more than 50 imports. That means it's demand for the product, as well as it's not a lot of competition when it comes to who's running ads or who's running marketing for their product, or whoever has a Shopify store set up for that product. So for instance, we can just go into the jewelry section real quick just to give you a quick example. So when it comes to the import order ratio, for instance, this one right here, we have 18,000 imports and we have 2,000. We have 18,000 orders and we have 2,000 imports. So that's a pretty good ratio. It has 5,000 reviews with 5-star. 5,000 reviews with 5-star reviews. So when it comes to importing the product to your store, you would be hitting this button right here called Add to Import List, and then you would be editing your product on here. So when it comes to coming up with a title, you definitely want to delete this and come up with your own title, something that could catch the reader's attention or catch the customer's attention when they're looking at your ad or when they're looking at the product on your store. So when they come from your ad to your product page, you definitely want to have a good description. You definitely want to have a good title for your product. So for instance, I've seen a lot of people who send me over their stores to review. They have this in their description. You definitely do not want to have this in your description. So the thing is, when a customer sees this And when they come to your store and they see this, they automatically get the feeling that this site might not be reputable. This might not might not be a trusting source to spend my money with, or a trusting site to buy a product from, off the instance that this description right here is not good at all. So you can also get the when it comes to finding descriptions for your product, you can search your product up on Amazon as well as competitors who are running your product. So for instance, if I was running a jewelry store and I would look up jewelry stores who are selling similar products to mine, or products that are on my store, and I would be looking at their descriptions, looking at their product titles, or looking at product titles on Amazon, just to get inspiration from how I should structure my descriptions, or how I should structure my title, and how much I should be pricing it for as well. So for instance, this product is this product costs $277 plus $333. That's what, $6. This product costs $6.10. This product costs $6.10 to source from your supplier. So for instance, when you're doing drop shipping, you definitely want to have a 2 to 3 times markup when selling your product, because if you have anything less than that, it would be eating into your profits when it comes to running ads, when it comes to spending money on ads. You definitely want to have a good profit margin before running your ads. You want to make sure your products are priced well before running your ads. Otherwise, you would be operating at a loss, meaning you would be, for instance, right here it says 56-cent profit, negative 50 cent profit. I've seen a lot of stores sent in the chat that had prices similar to these, like $5. You definitely don't want to have your products priced at $5. You want to have your product priced at 2 to 3 times markup. So for instance, this product costs $6 to import to my store, or this costs $6 to send out to the customer. So for instance, if someone bought from my store, it would cost $6 to order this product and have it shipped out to the customer. You definitely want to have a 2 to 3 markup. So for instance, if it was $6, I would want to selling this product for at least $18. Me, I would sell it for about $29, $39. But you want to have it at least 2 to 3 times markup when it comes to pricing your products. So, and when it comes to shipping, you definitely want to be on the lookout for the shipping times of products you thinking about importing into your store. So when it comes to looking at products, you want to be looking through these. So when you choose country shipping, it will show you all of the shipping times that these suppliers provide when it comes to shipping it out to customers. So usually me, when I'm setting up a store, I like to import products that have shipping times in the under 3 weeks range. If it's anything over 3 weeks, I usually don't import it into my store, because customer service is the number one factor in scaling an ecom brand. If you don't have customer retention, if you don't have customers coming back to your store, then it would be even harder to sell, because mostly it's easier to retain a customer than it is to find a new customer. So for instance, if I had a customer on my email list or subscribe to my email newsletter, it would be easier to resell to that customer than to try to acquire a new customer, like with paid ads. So when it comes to importing your product to your store, you definitely want to have good shipping time. So for instance, if I were to import this product to my store and it has 60 days shipping time, that's almost 2 months. You definitely don't want to have that. Customers getting their products in 2 months, that's an automatic chargeback, automatic refund. You definitely don't want that when it comes to setting up your e-commerce store, because they'll shut down your store pretty quick when it comes to chargebacks and refunds. They will hold you.
101, dope.
Well,
Hell yeah, but I didn't know that. Oh no.
but yeah, anyway, you definitely want to have your shipping times set up when it comes to before you import your product to your store. When it comes to importing your product to your store, you would edit all of this. You would make sure your product is right.
Turning right now in the Discord.
Boss man, could you mute your mic for me?
I joined, man. He has a whole course that you can watch. It's for ecom for Shopify and shit.
Yo,
And
it's
I'm still in
easy.
the Shopify in Oberlo, what I was telling you about, where they do the drop shipping from and shit.
Yo, it's easy. Boss
Yo,
man.
yo,
Yeah,
what's up?
the whole chat can hear you, boss. You mute your mic real quick.
Oh shit, my bad, player.
You good?
Oh, shit.
Thank you.
I'm here. Yeah, my fault, yo.
You
Yeah.
good? But yeah, so when it comes to importing your products on Shopify, you want to make sure that you have the correct variants for the product you want to sell. So you don't want to have all of these variants on your store when if you're not looking to sell these variants. And for instance, if you do have different variants, you want to make sure they're described well when it comes to under this section right here is metal color. This is usually the name of the product. I mean the name of the variant of the product you will have on your store. So for instance, this one is gold and silver. So for instance, I would have gold and for instance, I would have gold and silver 2-piece set as opposed to just having 2-piece 4 or 2-piece 5. The customer won't know what they're getting when it comes to buying from your store. You definitely want to have that set up as well. So, and when it comes to if you're having multiple products on your store, like say for instance this jewelry product, I have 52 products on this store. You want to set up your collections before you import products to your store. So if you were looking to set up collections, you would go through here into the products tab and go to collections, and then here you would set up a collection. For instance, I sell multiple different kinds of products on the store when it comes to necklaces, rings, pendants, watch, earrings, bracelets. So you want to set up your collection. You would hit create collection, and then you would name your collection, and then you would hit manual. This allows you to manually import your products into the collection after you already imported them into your store. So you definitely want to have these collections set up if you plan on selling multiple products. If you have a store with say 10 or more products, you definitely want to have your collection set up. You don't want to have customers having trouble navigating through your store, because if they have trouble, they're bouncing from page to page or bouncing from product to product, they usually won't buy. They'll usually leave the store. So you definitely want to have the navigational system set up and in place so customers can efficiently navigate through your store and buy what they came to the store to buy. So after you have your collection set up, for instance, I'm going to start up a new one. So for instance, necklace 2. For instance, I was starting up this new collection. I would have it on manual, of course, so you can manually import your products. And then you would go down to navigation, and here you would add it onto the main menu. So after you already import your products into the collection from the Oberlo import list, you would hit choose collections. For instance, let me refresh it real quick. Choose collections. I would add it to necklace 2. This is the new collection I just made. So I'm gonna import to the store real quick just to show you all. Okay, sounds good. And then you would refresh that real quick. For instance, if I was adding this new collection to my store, it would be, I would hit choose collections, I would hit collections, and then I would hit necklace 2. This is the one I just created. So then I would hit add. And then this right here, this adds the, let me show you real quick. Save menu. This adds the collection to the navigational list at the top of your page. So for instance, right here, necklaces 2, this collection I just made. So that's basically how you set up a collection and how you can make it easier for your customer to navigate through your store. Delete that real quick. When it comes to building your store, you definitely want to have high quality photos. I can't stress that enough. You definitely want to have high quality photos throughout your store. You don't want to have any stock AliExpress images throughout your store. You definitely only want to have high quality images, because if a customer comes to your store and they see blurry images or images from a Chinese website, they're automatically going to click off your website, and that lowers your conversion rate. So when it comes to your conversion rate, you definitely want to have that in the 2 to 3% range. Anything lower than that, your traffic from your TikTok ads would be limited because TikTok recognizes your store as a store that doesn't convert well and doesn't please its customers from the ads you run. So for instance, TikTok is an auction based platform. It will only it may not only it would show your ad it would show ads to it would show the best performing ads to the audience that you're looking to target to. So for instance, if I was selling this butterfly necklace right here, and another store was selling this butterfly necklace, whoever had the best ad and whoever had the highest conversion rate would be getting the best traffic towards their store when it comes to targeting different audiences. So the audience that, for instance, the jewelry niche, if the on TikTok you had jewelry niche and jewelry audience, the other website with the better conversion rates and the better website and the better ads would get their ads pushed to the top, and your ad would be getting minimal traffic. So when it comes to setting up your TikTok ads and setting up your store, you definitely want to have high quality images. You definitely want to have high quality video ads when it comes to running your TikTok ads, because when it comes to ads, e-commerce is evolving every single day. So when it comes to, it's either get left behind or get with the program, because when it comes to TikTok, you have UGC content. UGC is user generated content. So this is content that is generated by someone who's using the product. For instance, if I sent a product out to an influencer and I paid them to make a video about my product or a review or a testimonial about my product, that would usually convert better than if I used a video ad from like AliExpress. Because I guarantee you, if you use a video ad from AliExpress or an image ad from AliExpress and you try to run TikTok ads with it, one, the TikTok ads won't spend because it doesn't approve of the type of video ads you're looking to market, or you just won't get any sales at all. You'll probably get no sales, you'll probably get no traffic, you'll probably get no add to carts, no add to websites, no website clicks. You definitely want to have high quality video ads when it comes to running your TikTok ads. So a couple ways you can get high quality video ads is this one I use the most, below. So they have a couple different type of video ads that you can use when it comes to running your marketing. They have testimonials, they have unboxing videos, they have how-to videos, and they have the regular video ads. So testimonials are video ads of influencers or content creators utilizing your product, utilizing and showcasing the benefits and features of your product. So then you have the unboxing videos. These are the videos that usually go viral on TikTok, like when it comes to like the levitating moon lamps or the products with like a wow factor. These are the unboxing videos that usually go well. They usually go viral. They can replicate those type of videos and for you at a low price. Not at a low price, but from $59 to like $100 for about 4 or 5 video ads. They'll take care of that for you. You can tell them exactly what you want your ad want them to do with your product in the ad, and as well as how they showcase your product and the benefits and the features of your product. This goes hand in hand with the how-to videos as well. It's usually a similar process. So we have Billo. It's Billo, BILL.app. And we also have bands off ads. It's a site similar to Billo as well. They usually work with higher influencers and YouTube influencers as well. But when it comes to influencer marketing, you can use a site called Collabster. So this finds influencers that already have a following on TikTok that can promote your product on their TikTok. So when it comes to promoting your product, you definitely want to be looking for influencers, whether it's micro influencers or macro. I recommend working with micro influencers, like smaller influencers that have like lower price points. So for instance, if I'm working with for instance, I had a beauty product or a fashion product, wanted to work with her, and for $55, you can find influencers that are within your niche. You definitely want to find influencers within your niche, like for like similar to a product that you're selling. Therefore, the product can resonate with their audience that they already have, making the traffic source even easier. So they have a trusted relationship with an influencer on TikTok. They see your product and it's already resonated with the type of videos that they already make. It would makes the process even easier, makes the converting even easier. So when it comes to micro influencers, you can like stack up on the amount of influencers you can use when promoting your product. For instance, this one has influencers $55. If I can find a couple more like this, then I got 4 or 5 influencers making videos for my products for around $200. So just for $200, I got access to 4 or 5 influencers fan base when it comes to them promoting your product. So when it comes to influencer marketing, you definitely want to vet them when it comes to before you send your product off to them. You want to look through their page, what type of content they're posting, how many views they're getting, like what their engagement is looking like. You only want to be working with people who are getting consistent engagement like on a weekly basis. So, and you want to be working with people who are familiar with how the TikTok algorithm works. For instance, people that are getting the most engagement, how they structure their videos, or excuse me, how they go viral, basically, how they get their engagement. So you want to be studying that, as well as if you don't have the money for that, you can send it off to Bands Off Ads, or you can send it off to Billo, or you can order the product to your house yourself and record your content with your phone or with your camera. I recommend that mainly because it's free. Well, not free, you have to pay for the product, but it doesn't cost money to make the content. Also, you get into that rhythm of creating content, creating your own content, knowing what it's like to post content to your TikTok, knowing what goes viral, knowing what gets the best engagement, knowing what trends are best at the moment, as well as just getting a feel for how the algorithm works, how the platform works. So, anybody have any questions on that before I move on? Nope, nobody.
Uh,
Oh, you did.
Wait, yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
do.
wanted to ask, do you offer free shipping, bro?
I'm sorry, what you said?
Do you offer free shipping?
Yeah, I do offer free shipping. It depends on what type of product you're selling, and it depends on the the price point of your product. So, for instance, that product that I just imported to the store, it would take $6 or $7 to source it and ship it off. If I was selling it for $29.99, then yeah, I would have free shipping because I have a $23 profit margin. So yeah, I would offer free shipping. It depends on how much the shipping is as well. So usually, if you're using like USPS, and it gets there in, like, for instance, right here, USPS gets there in 4 to 13 days for an extra $4, then yeah, I would add that shipping, but I would keep the shipping free. I wouldn't charge for shipping. Most of the time when someone gets to the checkout and they see shipping, they get dissatisfied. They usually check off on the product. I mean, they usually click off on the product. Or if they see shipping, or if they see taxes, extra for taxes, they're unappealing when it comes to your conversion rate and upping your conversion rate.
Okay, cool. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, no problem. You said you had a question, Brandon?
Yeah, so I'm kind of in the ad phase. I'm still trying to understand, or like basically I know you was touching on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Like
get into that.
with the TikTok running ads on TikTok. Is it like a specific like like I don't even understand like the sets, and as far as like the length of the videos and stuff like.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that. So, when it comes to like the length of your content, you definitely want to stay in the, I would say, 10 to like 15-second range. You definitely don't want to have no 30-second ad. You definitely don't want to have no 5-second ad. So, you really want to stay into that sweet spot. And I'm gonna go over the TikTok ad sets as well, how to set those up in a minute. But I wanted to go over a little bit more about the store just for the newcomers who haven't started a store yet, who are looking to start a store but haven't started a store yet. So like I said, yeah, that's how you use Orbrillo. You definitely want to have the shipping times right. I can't stress that enough. If your product offers is USPS 4 to 13 days shipping, definitely go with that. That extra $4.74 is going to be worth it, especially if you price your products right. Okay, so yeah, so we went into the content creation, the influencer ads. Okay, so when it comes to the TikTok ads, matter of fact, I'm gonna go over there right now. So, turn this ad
Hey, are you recording this as well?
Yeah, I'm recording it.
All right.
Make sure it's recording. Yeah, it's recording. Okay, so getting into this is the TikTok ads manager. This is where you would be running your TikTok ads from. This is where you would be running your campaigns from. So in order to run your TikTok ads, first thing you want to do is set up your pixel. If you don't have your pixel set up, you want to set up a TikTok ads manager account, and you want to link your Shopify to the TikTok ads manager account. You can use that. You can do that by going from the assets, and you can use events. Events will take you to right here where it says web events. Web events, you would hit manage, and then you would hit set up web events, and this would create a new pixel. So me, I have a pixel set up already, but you would set up a pixel and you would hit TikTok pixel, and then you would hit next, and then you would enter a name for your pixel. For instance, I would just enter the brand name and US or the country you plan on marketing in. So for instance, this would be Garden Day Ice US, and then you would hit you can either manually install the pixel code, like if you know how to code through your website, or you can just automatically set it with the Shopify platform. So then you would hit next. It's taking kind of long to load right now. Oh, this is the name already exists. Hold on one second. Then I'll hit next. And then it would create the pixel, and then you would go to Shopify, and then you would download here the TikTok ads channel. When you download the TikTok ads channel, this would then connect your Shopify to your TikTok ads manager account. Make sure this, and then you would see. I already have it set up, but if you didn't have it set up, it would say start marketing, and then it would say set up marketing, set up TikTok marketing, and then you would hit. Matter of fact, let me see if I can delete the channel real quick, just to show you. But yeah, it would say set up TikTok marketing, and then it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You would just add your ad account that you created with the TikTok ads manager, and then you would add your domain, and you would add your enhanced marketing channels, and then it's pretty straightforward when you look through it. Yeah, so make sure your pixel is set up, and then you would go over to campaign. This is where you would start your campaign. You run your first campaign. So when it comes to testing TikTok ads or testing your product, you definitely want to have some money on hand. You definitely want to have a consistent flow of cash flow, a consistent source of income when it comes to running your ads, because ads can be expensive. They can get expensive. But when it comes to testing your ads, if you're not getting any sales like within the first week, it's either your video ad, your website, or your product. So before running ads, you definitely want to make sure your website is optimized for TikTok ads, and you want to make sure the video ads that you're running for your product is up to par. So we're not bottlenecking any traffic that we can potentially send to the store. So when it comes to setting up your campaign, you would hit create. And then when it comes to advertising objective, you definitely want to pick conversions. Conversions is website purchases, like completing a purchase on the website. You definitely want to be having traffic, app installs, video views, lead generation. You definitely want to only pick conversions. You want to be driving conversions to your website. And next, when you have the campaign name, so for the campaign name, usually I just have the name of the product that I'm looking to market at that moment. So for instance, if I was marketing this chain right here, I would go to the URL of the chain to make sure I'm getting the right URL. And then, for instance, this is called a Cuban link chain, butterfly pennant. For instance, I would have butterfly. Then I would have US, meaning the country I plan on targeting. Then I would have the age group that I'm planning on targeting. So I have 18 through 65. This is usually how I structure my campaign names, so you understand which product that this campaign is under, which product that you're marketing through this campaign. And we have CBOs. When it comes to like testing your products, you don't want to be running CBOs at that point. You definitely want to for instance, we got the daily budget. Okay. For instance, if you're looking at like a low budget starting out, you definitely want to have like $20 daily limit. If you have more money to play around with and you're looking to see if the product you're looking to test is a winner or not pretty quick, you can up it to, I say, about $40 a day per ad set. So for instance, if I had $20 a day per ad set and I had 5 ad set, this campaign would be spending $100 a day in ads. So for instance, I would have, just to start it off, I have $20 daily limit. Then I'll hit continue. 50. Okay, so you got a question?
Yeah, so when I was looking at it, it had went up to like $23. Last time I was looking at it, it's crazy. But what do you mean by ad set? What is ad set?
So when it comes to TikTok ads, you have the campaign level, and then you have the ad. Right here it says ad group. On Facebook it's called ad set, but on TikTok it's called ad group. So you have the, matter of fact, let me just put 50 because for some reason it says $50 is the minimum daily limit. It was $20 yesterday. I'm not sure if they changed it or not. But this is the ad group. When it comes to running TikTok ads, you have ad groups, you have campaigns, and then you have the ad. So the campaign is the overall objective of the ad you're running, and then you have the ad group. This is the subdivision of the campaign. So for instance, we got the ad group name. We can save that. We can keep that like that for right now. But you want to have promotion type. You definitely want to have website. You want to make sure your pixel set up. When it is set up, you would see it right here. So for instance, I'm just going to run that one. Then for optimization event, you definitely want to have complete payment. Otherwise, conversions. It's the same thing. And then you would have the placements. For instance, we have automatic placements and we have select placement. You definitely want to use select placement because Pangle and Newsfeed, you don't want your TikTok ads spending unnecessary money running your ads through these two platforms because you're not getting any sales through those. So you want to have select placement. You only be running it through TikTok. And then we have the user comment and the video download. You definitely want to have your video download off at all times. So because you don't want people stealing your content or basically stealing your content if they're looking to run a similar product to you. And you can keep your user comment on if you want to, but I recommend turning it off when in the testing phase. You can have your user comment on when you're like already scaling, like your brand is already doing a couple $100 in sales a day. You can have your user comment on because that will use that will have more engagement usually when it comes to like comments or like controversy in the comment section. When customers are engaging in the comment section, you're more likely to convert when it comes to like if your ads are already scaling or your ads are already popular at the time. So when testing, I usually turn it off. And then we have the targeting. So when it comes to TikTok ads, you can run what's called broad ads, or you can run what's called targeting ads when it comes to like interest targeting and narrowing down the audience that you're looking to sell in. So if you're selling a specific product or like a specific niche, like let's say for instance organic protein powder, and you're looking to market that, or for instance you're selling like a spiritual product, like a spirituality product, you want to be targeting that type of niche when it comes to your interests. For instance, here it would be ad interest. For instance, if I was selling like a spiritual product, I could search interest, but mostly TikTok interest level right now is pretty limited when it comes to how many audiences you can target. So for instance, me, I would just keep it broad. So meaning targeting no countries. So when it comes to broad, this gives TikTok this gives TikTok the opportunity to target what they feel would be best for your product, for your ad that you're running. So TikTok is pretty smart. It's an AI. I'm pretty sure it would be doing what's in your best interest. But when it comes to targeting, you can save that for the other ad sets that you plan on duplicating. So when it comes to, I like to keep the first ad group or the first ad set broad. So I'll have automatic targeting. And then when it comes to the daily budget, for instance, I was using $20 a day, and then run an ad group continuously after scheduled start time. So I like to run my ads at 12 a.m. like the next day. So when it comes to running your ads, you definitely don't want to be running your ads late at night. You want to be running it at either in the morning or at 12 a.m. Because if you try to start your ad at, for instance, like 7 o'clock, TikTok will try to spend the budget for the rest of the night. So for instance, they were from 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock, they would try to spend the whole budget. You don't want that. You want a full 24 hours of ad spend. So when it comes to the bidding and optimization, like I said, always conversion. And then when it comes to the bid strategy, you want to keep that on lowest cost. So with cost cap, hold on one second. So with cost cap, this is usually when like you're scaling, and for instance, your CPAs are getting high. Your CPAs are your cost per acquisition. Is how much it costs to acquire a new customer for your store. So if your CPAs are getting too high, this is where you would have a cost cap, and you would put a cap on how much you want your ads to spend. But for instance, if it's starting off, when it comes to like testing the products, you want to keep it on lowest cost. So this right here is the ad group for you said Brandon who asked the question. This is the ad group, the ad set. So for instance,
Joe,
yo,
I just joined, but can you just explain like what exactly you're doing on, like what exactly, like where are you selling this stuff from? Like what are you running the ads for?
you said what are you running the ads for?
Yeah, not like what are you running the ads for, but like where are you selling your product at? Like I know that the TikTok ads are taking you to where, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's taking you to a Shopify store that you have built.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, so you'd be directing all of the traffic to your Shopify store
Okay, thank you.
that you built. Yeah, for sure. And when it comes to directing traffic to your store, you want to make sure that you have the link to the product page that you are selling. You don't want to link them to the home page, because if they get to the home page, they get to looking around, they forget that the ad they clicked on, then they end up leaving the store before buying anything. So you want to link them to the product page so they know what they came here for. They see the product that they have. They see the product that they saw in the ad, and then they end up buying right there. You don't want them getting lost in your store. They get lost in your store, they end up leaving. So, now we're gonna hit next. Okay, so now we have the ad. This is the creative ad that you would be using, for instance. So when it comes to here, we have Spark ads. Spark ads are ads you run for a video that. So for instance, you had a TikTok page that you run organic content through, and for instance, you're posting content on your product, and for instance, it goes viral. You can run ads through that video that already got a lot of engagement. For instance, you can see right here it says 71K. I'm not sure if you can see that, it's a little blurry. But for instance, say you had a organic video that did 100K on TikTok, you would be running Spark ads through that video. So for instance, you're running an ad and your video already has 100,000 likes and customers can see that. That gives them reassurance that people are actually buying this product, or people are actually engaging with this product because it has 100,000 likes and it's an ad. So, for instance, that's what Spark ads are. You would hit Spark ads, you would hit use TikTok, and then you would link your account. That's your for instance, if you have an account and you're already running organic content, you would link your account and then you would click on what video you'd want to run your Spark ads through. So, and when it comes to setting your custom identity, you definitely want to have your store set up right here. I mean, your name, your brand name right here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, my bad. So yeah, when it comes to the ad, you want to be uploading the creator from, if you have the content creator from, whether it's Billo or Bands Off Ads, or you're working with influencers, you want to upload your video, and then your video would show up here. You would make sure that it's in vertical 9:16. So 9:16 is the organic TikTok format, the video format. So for instance, if you're running horizontal videos and your ads only fill up a portion of the screen, that's not good. You want to make sure your video is taking up the whole screen like a normal TikTok video. So let me see if I can find. Okay, so for instance, this your video, this video of this watch that I have, this is what I mean when you don't want to have your ad only taking up half of the screen. You want to make sure your ad is taking up all of the screen. This is 9:16 format. You want to make sure your ad is taking up all of the screen. And when it comes to making your ads or sending your product out to content creators, you want to make sure they understand that they have 9:16. They usually understand it because they already know they're making videos for TikTok and making videos for Facebook, so they usually already understand it. But you want to confirm it with them before they start the creation of your videos. So when it comes to the ad and when it comes to the headline, for instance, you want to keep it simple. You don't want to do anything pretty crazy. For instance, if I was having a sale for this product, I would have sell in soon, or something like that. Sell in soon, grab yours now, and get free shipping. Get free shipping. I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. And then when it comes to the right here where it says destination, you want to have your URL of the product that you're planning on selling. So I would copy the URL, then I would paste it into the URL spot here. So I'm going to click this box. I want to make sure everything's good before you run the ad. So I want to make sure the ad is going straight to your product page, like I said earlier. And you want to make sure the pixel is set up. Definitely want to make sure the pixel is set up before you run your ads. Pixel, if you don't know what a pixel is, the pixel tracks the quality of traffic that is coming to your store. For instance, the traffic that's coming to your store, it would track how many add to carts, how many website clicks, how many conversions. This pixel would track everything for you, so it would make the looking at the analyzing the metrics easier. Definitely want to have your pixel set up. So when it comes to everything's done, this is the first ad group. You would hit submit. Okay, let me add that payment method real quick just to show you all. But earlier, you definitely want to make sure you have a consistent flow of cash coming in when running your ads. You definitely don't want to have your ads like shutting down like in the middle of a campaign, like a middle of a profitable campaign, because like you ran out of money or such. If you have to stack up money before you start running ads, then I suggest that, because you definitely don't want to have your ads cut off in the middle of a profitable campaign, because that could ruin the algorithm when it comes to like TikTok ads, and also get your ad account temporarily on hold. Yeah, anybody have any questions on that while I'm adding this information?
How much you spend on? How much you think is a good start to spend on ads on average?
On average, so if you're running ad sets at 20 bucks a day, and you say you're running 3 ad sets, that would be about $60 a day that you're spending. It depends on how much your budget is. So for instance, you have $1,000, you don't want to be spending all your money the first week. You don't want to be spending all your money on the first set of ads. You want to keep it short, keep it simple. You definitely want to have good flow when it comes to your ads, like how much money you're spending a day opposed to your budget. So for instance, you had if you had $1,000 to start out with, I would be running probably about $60 a day in ads. Therefore, you could probably get a good month or two out of good ad spend before you would have to come out with some more money.
Copy.
What was that?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Jah,
Yo, what's good?
so what so I was looking at TikTok is I had ordered some ads from Bands Off Ads. I was showing I put it in the chat on Wednesday. But I'm definitely gonna run the TikTok. Which platforms do you recommend starting out? Like, do you recommend just starting on every platform I can, or just kind of just?
So I definitely, yeah. So if I was just starting out and I was just getting into running ads, I definitely started like with one platform at a time, just so you're not like overwhelmed when it comes to keeping up with all of the platforms. So for instance, TikTok is jumping right now, and that is free money. So I'd start out with TikTok first, and then once you master running TikTok ads, I would move over to Facebook, and then Google as well. So for Google, you can get Google ads set up pretty quick after TikTok ads. But yeah, I'd probably start out with TikTok ads first. Get situated, get familiar with how the platform works, how running ads works, and that's such. And then I would move on to different platforms. Okay, so when it comes to duplicating your ad, when it comes to running multiple ad sets under one campaign, you would one second. So when it comes to duplicating your ads, you would hit copy right here. So copy would be copying the campaign, I mean the ad group or the ad set that you have for that product. So you would hit existing campaign. You don't want to start a new campaign. You want to have it under the same campaign. So for instance, I would make 2 copies. So this would be running this would be running 3 ad groups at one time under one campaign. So for instance, I was doing $20 a day. Now I have 2 more ad groups, duplicates of the first ad group. Then I would have 3 total ad groups running, spending $60 a day. So let me hit duplicate. Now we duplicate. So when it comes to duplicating your ad sets, this is where I would get into custom targeting, where I would narrow down the audience that I'm looking to get into. So for instance, I'm running a product for jewelry product. I want to have blah 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 blah. And when it comes to your age, you definitely don't want to be targeting towards 13 to 17 year olds, because most of them don't even have money. So that would be wasting ad spend on people who potentially wouldn't buy your product. So when it comes to the duplicates of the campaign, the duplicates of the ad group that you already have running, this is where you would add your interest to narrow down the audience. For instance, let's see if you got jewelry. So we got diamond jewelry, we got personalized jewelry, we got handmade jewelry. So you want to be looking at the audience's size right here. Or on the side here, you can see it. You can look at the audience size. You want to have at least 2 million when it comes to the audience size, just so TikTok has a good amount of people to show your ad to different type of people or different type of customers who could potentially buy your product. You want to have a good amount of people that TikTok can market your product to. So when it comes to personalized jewelry, or see which one of these got the best audience size. It's looking like designer jewelry. Okay, so for this ad set or this ad group, I would have designer jewelry. So for the first ad group, that's broad. That's targeting everybody, whoever sees the ad, whoever TikTok decides to show the ad to, that's what will be seeing the ad. And then in the duplicate of the first ad group, which is the second ad group or the second ad set, I would have the the specific interest or the specific targeting interest, so I can target specific audiences or people who are, for instance, interested in designer jewelry. Then I would keep the budget the same, keep everything else the same, and then I would hit next. And this is where you would upload a different video ad for your product. So for instance, the first ad group has this video ad right here. So if you were to shop with Billo, you would have shop with Banov ads, you would order like 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 video ads from them, so you can have different ads that your customer sees. So for instance, you can test which ads are performing the best, or which ads are performing the worst, which ads are at break even, or which ads are profitable. So when it comes to scaling, you want to be able to identify which ads are performing the best, like which ad video is performing the best, and then you would scale within that video, which meaning you would just increase the budget of that video, that ad group that had the video in it that was performing it profitably, and then you would cut off the video ads that weren't performing profitably or were performing at a loss. Any questions on that?
So for when you are testing those different ad sets, what's the time frame you run like per each ad set?
You said the time frame. So when it comes to testing the products, this is usually how it goes for me. After about 3 days, if I have 0 sales, I'm cutting that product, or I'm cutting that product or moving on to the next product. Or if it has like 1 to 2 sales, I would keep it up for another 24 hours. And if it has like 5 sales, then I would increase the ad budget for the ad group that had 5+ sales, and then I would increase the ad budget. Therefore, the ad is spending more money, reaching out to more customers potentially getting more customers to my store, which is called scaling. So you would scale within the ad group that is performing profitably. So after about 3 days, if you have zero, you kill that product. If you have 1 to 2, you keep it up for another 24 hours to see how it performs. If you have 5 plus, then you would increase the budget of the ad that you're running to scale it up even more. So I wouldn't increase it anything crazy. For instance, if you have $20 ad set right now and it's performing pretty profitably, it's got 5 sales, I would probably up it to like 25 or 30. And then so forth and so on as the ad is profitable even more, or the ad generates even more traffic and even more sales. Sounds good, boss?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, cool. So when it comes to the ad group or the duplicate level ad set, this is where you would run your second and your third video ad. For instance, I wouldn't use this video ad for the second and third ad level. I would use another ad that I got from either Bilo, Benzo ad, Collab Store, from influencers, or an ad that I created myself. So I would be running different video ads for each ad set, and then I would be running all of those ad sets under the one campaign. Okay, so then I would hit submit. So that second ad campaign is up and running. I mean, the second ad set, I'm sorry. And then you would do the same for the third ad. So you have the first ad, then we have the copy ad, then you would have ad copy 2. So you have the first ad, which is the regular ad, then we have the duplicate of that ad, which is the ad copy 1, and then you would have the duplicate of the other ad, which is be ad copy 3. So for instance, I don't want to be too confusing when it comes to like terminology and stuff, but when it comes to the third ad, you would do the same as the second ad set, as in performing different audience targeting when it comes to like the audience you're looking to get into. Let me see, for the custom targeting, for instance, if I was looking to target a different interest, I would delete this, and then I would, for say, jewelry. Jewelry. So for instance, I would click ordinary jewelry. So I got this ad set right here that is broad, meaning targeting everybody, whoever TikTok decides to target it to. Then we have the second ad, which is the copy of the first ad. We have that targeting designer jewelry. That's the interest that I put in. And then we have the third ad, which is targeting the ordinary jewelry. So we have three different type of audiences that TikTok is able to target with the product you're looking to sell. So that's how you duplicate the ad sets, and that's how you that's how you set up a campaign for a product you're looking to sell on TikTok. Any questions on that? Nope. None? Okay, so I'm gonna delete these real quick.
Josh, you do one-on-one calls?
Yeah, I do one-on-one calls. You can just hit me in the DM. We can set something up. Probably that aligns with both of our schedules, and then we can set that up.
All right, bet.
Yeah, I had DM'd you. I don't know if you ever saw it.
Yeah, I got like 100 DMs, like a day. You can DM me again, and we can set something up if you want to.
All right, cool.
For sure. Yeah, so anybody else had any other questions or anything? Anything, even just like reviewing stories or anything.
What time zone are you?
I'm Eastern.
Okay.
No, I don't have any questions. It's really like the last step, man. I got my store up, ready to go. I had to change all my suppliers out, get my shipping times down. But yeah, I'm right here at the ad phase. I just gotta get them up and going.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, I'm gonna try to set up something with you once I get that straight.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. So you said you ordered from Bands Off Ads. They deliver the videos yet?
Yeah, I got the videos.
Okay, that's cool. Sounds good. Anybody
Yeah.
else? Have any questions? Nope. Okay. So I'm gonna get into some tips you can use when it comes to like Shopify in general or dropshipping in general. So when it comes to Shopify, you want to make sure that your product is different. You want to make sure that your product stands out from other competitors. And ways you can do that is you can deliver the product from a different angle. So, for instance, you've seen all of those backcracker videos on TikTok. The first a couple channels doing it. I mean, a couple TikToks pages running ads for that or running organic content for that. If you were to look into sell that product, you would either have to make that product more unique than it already is, or you would have to market it from a different angle that is already on that TikTok hasn't seen yet. So you don't really need to reinvent the wheel. You just want to create something different and better than what's already on TikTok or what's already selling on TikTok pretty well. So a way you can do that is for its products that you're looking to sell or products that you see on TikTok or whatever ad platform that you're looking at, you can head over to Amazon and you can look at the reviews of the product. So you want to be looking at the 1-star reviews. So this gives you the opportunity to improve on what people are don't like about the product. For instance, they leave a 1-star review, they say the product is this or the product is that, or I wish the product did this or I wish the product did that. You can take inspiration from that and implement that into your store or implement that into your ads, so customers can get a different angle when it comes to looking at your product or shopping with your product or an angle they haven't seen before. So basically differentiate yourself from your competition when it comes to running your ads or running your product or building your store. And second, you want to be building social proof. There's a couple ways you can build social proof. You can send your products out to influencers. Like I said earlier, they can create testimonial videos or basically videos explaining how your product works, explaining the benefits and showcasing the features of your product. This counts as social proof. Social proof just basically reassures the customer that people are actually shopping with your brand, that they can trust to buy from your brand and won't get scammed. Because right now there are a lot of dropshipping companies running ads on TikTok and they're not sending out the products. They're just collecting money and they're not sending out the products. They're trying to get a quick buck before Shopify bans them or TikTok bans them. They realize that they're not sending out the products, they're not delivering the products, they're not fulfilling the products. So it's all about building trust with the customer when it comes to building a long-term brand. And you can import. Well, I don't know what you just said, boss, but yeah, when it comes to sourcing your content, the content, like I said, is 80% of the marketing process. It's not about really. It's really not really about the ads. The ads is pretty simple. Setting up the ads is pretty simple. The scaling the ads is pretty simple. It's just about the content that you're using for your ad. I can't stress that enough. If you don't have good content, your product won't sell. I guarantee that. So when you're sourcing your content, you want to make sure that it is UGC, meaning user-generated content, like I said, from either below, bounce off ads, collapsers, micro-influencers, or creating the videos yourself. You definitely want to have UGC videos. And another thing you can do when it comes to improving your Shopify store or improving sales, you can build your email list. So when building your email list, you want to be collecting emails when a customer comes to your store. This matter of fact, let me show you real quick. You have what's called a email pop-up, a welcome flow email pop-up. For instance, I'll show you real quick. It's going to come up in a second. This right here. This is called a welcome flow email pop-up. This is trading a offer or a discount for in exchange for email or exchange for a phone number. So you give them a discount, for instance, it says $50 off right now, meaning if you're looking to buy a product, you can get $50 off right now. That's pretty appealing, right? Yeah, so all you gotta do is put your email in. Yeah. You want to be collecting emails, and when a customer gets on your email list, this gives you the opportunity to retarget and resubmit. I mean, send ads or resend information to their email, getting them back to your store. Like whether they came to your store and they end up not buying for some reason, and you have their email and you're in their email list, you can retarget them and get them back to your store without money. That's the thing about it. So email marketing and SMS marketing is free. You don't have to spend money on paid ads. If you get them on your collection, I mean, if you get them on your email list, you can market to them for free. All you have to do is send out emails to them, get them back to your store. So when it comes to, for instance, if you have a TikTok page and you have 100K followers for your product, for your brand, and you're running organic content, you're getting views, good views, you want to be turning those followers into email subscribers. Because if they're just followers on TikTok, it's not really serving no purpose for you. You want to be turning those followers into email subscribers, and you want to be turning those email subscribers into customers, so you can generate more revenue for your brand. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, what app you use for that? Like, how do you set that up?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you real quick. Matter of fact, let's sign into one of my other Shopify stores.
Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
What exactly you mean by like your brand?
You mean what do I mean by your brand?
Yeah.
That means your Shopify store, like whatever brand you're running products for, or the brand, basically the brand. So for instance, this Modern Day Ice, this jewelry store would be my brand. Modern Day Ice, this would be my brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that clear? My bad.
I mean, yeah, for the most part. I mean, because it's not like your. How do I say this? It's not like your product, so that's why I was wondering, like, what do you mean by your brand exactly? But the store on Shopify is yours, so I mean, I guess that's what you mean, like, by your brand, right?
Yeah. So when it comes, it's not your products, but you're sourcing the products from suppliers. So it's basically your products. You're paying for the products to send them to the customer. So yeah, it's basically your products. So it's your brand.
Makes sense.
For sure. And when it comes to ecom, this is just dropshipping that I'm getting into. When it comes to like actually transitioning into an actual ecom brand where you have a warehouse and a fulfillment center, fulfilling products, and you have like a manufacturer making your product, like with your brand logo on it, or like with your brand packaging on it, then it would be your brand.
Got you.
Yeah, for sure. But let me get into the email marketing real quick. Yeah, I can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So when it comes to your email marketing, you would use a app called Klaviyo. So Klaviyo, for instance, let me show you real quick. When it comes to this is the store I built for a client a couple weeks ago. But when it comes to your email marketing, you would have it's taking mad long to load. You would have your welcome flow pop up come up to collect emails through your Klaviyo account. So I'm gonna get into the Klaviyo and show you how to set that up real quick as well. After this shit loads. Yeah, my bad. I'm trying to get into this email marketing app. It's not letting me log in. Hold on 1 second.
I got a question for the group.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, Brandon, I know you said you just started, like you got everything set up and everything. Like what was the most difficult? Like I know you about to start, like you're in the final step, but like what was the most difficult part for you, like getting everything together, if that makes sense?
Yeah, honestly, learning how to design your landing page, the actual page where you know your products and your customers will see as soon as they get to you. Uh, Designing that because I went through a Debutify template, so that was a challenge for me. And just recently going back, understanding the shipping time on suppliers, trying to. I found a bunch of products at first from AliExpress, but I had to go back. I switched over to CJ drop shipping and try to get faster shipping times. But those are probably the main two things. Just dealing with that and the little nuances of adding products, descriptions, um, just getting the whole website to look presentable.
Yeah, it's definitely a grind. It's definitely a grind. I wouldn't say it's hard, but when it's starting out, it definitely is. It can definitely feel like it's hard, or it can definitely feel like foreign language. But as you go through the process, you realize that it's pretty simple. Setting up the store is pretty simple. I set up stores in like a couple hours nowadays. It usually take me a week, 2 weeks now. I set it up in about a couple hours. So once
What template are you using to set yours up with?
you said what?
Which template are you using to build your sites? Because I was using the Beautifly. Yeah, the Beautify.
Yeah, so usually I either use the Beautify or I use Pagefly. That's another it's another site or app you can use to create landing pages.
Yeah, yeah. That's the hardest thing. Just organizing your thoughts. Because I've been looking at YouTube the past 2 months. And, as soon as you get somewhere, you look at another video and it's like, oh, okay, I can go back and add this. So just been trying to just put all the pieces together to make sense.
Yeah, I feel you for sure.
Appreciate y'all.
Hmm.
Yeah, Wi-Fi is acting mad slow right now. All right, I'm set in. All right, okay, sounds good.
Yeah, but this Clavio SMS, like all the videos I would come across, they would just show you how to integrate it and set it up. But I see you got like discount codes, but how do you program all this stuff and get emails to go out based off of all of that? That's just kind of
Yeah. Okay. So let me show you real quick. Get the screen back up. Okay, so when it comes to setting up a discount code, if you didn't know that, you can just come over to discount. You can create new discount. Then you can add the code or for whatever kind of sale you're looking to add the discount for it. Then you would have either a percentage or like a fixed amount or like free shipping, for instance. For a fixed amount, if like $20 off, like $30 off, you want to have like $5, $10 off for your product, or you have a percentage. Me, I usually like to do a percentage. I like to do like either 10 or like 20% off. Like when it comes to like the email flow, I mean like the welcome pop up flow for the Clavio, or just a discount sale in general. So you want to have the name of your product, for instance. I would have like a ice for like a jewelry, so I have ice. Then I would have minimum requirements. You want to have either none, or if you have like a certain requirement for your discount, for instance, if you spend a certain amount of money, you get a discount, or for you spend a certain amount of money, you get free shipping. Or for instance, I usually keep it on none. This is more appealing because if they feel like they gotta spend this or like spend that, then they probably won't see the discount as useful. So, and when it comes to customer eligibility, you want to put it on everyone. And then when it comes to usage limits, you want to limit it to one customer. So, I mean, one use per customer, so it's just not spamming your store with discounts. And when it comes to like start date, you just start it. You don't want to have an end date. You want to have it at all times, unless you're looking to only run it for a certain amount of time. You want to run a sale for a certain amount of time. So and then you would hit save, and then you got a discount on for your store. But when it comes to the Klaviyo, let's see. JahtheFlipper. And when it comes to like what's your business goal, I'm looking to either earn more revenue or build customer relationships. When it comes to building your lifetime value of a customer, that's pretty important when it comes to like the email flows. That's usually what email marketing is used for, to like build better relationships with your customers or people who are on your email list, to get them coming back to your store like every month or every year. So for me, I'm just gonna hit earn more revenue, or check that real quick. Waiting on the email to come through. But yeah, when it comes to setting up your Klaviyo email flows, it would just be, it's pretty simple. It's just automating the emails that are sent out, like whether it's once a week or like a couple times a week. You would have like a welcome flow. This is for when the customer first gets to your store and they sign up to they just first sign up to the email newsletter. And then this would be sending them the welcome email. Thank you for coming to the store. Thank you for shopping with us, blah, blah, blah. And then you have the retargeting emails. This is for people who either added the product to cart, or they got on the email list but they didn't buy anything. This would be retargeting them to the email or SMS. This would be showing them what they miss out on, or giving them a discount to get them back to your store. For instance, if you were looking to retarget to your email list and they didn't buy, you could add like a 10% discount, like a $20 off, depending on how much your product is worth. You might have like a 10% off. This would be enticing them to come back to your store, because they see 10% off on a product that they were already looking to buy. This will get them back to your store pretty quick. So I'm waiting on this email to come through. I'm not sure why it didn't come through yet, but that's usually how. And then you will have the post-purchase flow. This would be after a customer purchases from your store. This would be sending them a thank you email, maybe even like an upsell where like you add another product that goes along with the product that you already sold them, that they already bought, maybe like generating some extra revenue. And then you have what's called the abandoned cart flow. This is, like I said earlier, this is for people who abandon their cart. They add the cart, but they don't end up buying. This would be retargeting them to get them back to your store, like with a discount code or anything in that sort. So I probably got about like 15 more minutes. I'm trying to show you this Klaviyo.
So you have to program a discount code for each flow?
No, you can you have to program a discount code for each sale that you're looking to, each discount that you're looking to have on your store. But when it comes to the Klaviyo, you would they have integrated codes that you can do yourself. Like when, for instance, you set up the welcome flow, like the welcome pop-up flow, you can have a discount code that they usually already integrated when it comes to the after they sign up to the email letter. So when it comes to Klaviyo, they usually have where the email, after they set up their email, they automatically get the discount in their cart. Yeah, I don't know why this email didn't come through yet. Okay, so yeah, so you can either use Klaviyo or you can use, let me show you real quick. You can use Privy. Privy is another SMS email marketing app that you can use. It's similar to Klaviyo. It has like a 15-day free trial, and after that you gotta pay. But Klaviyo is free. If you don't understand Klaviyo or you don't want to use Klaviyo, you can use Privy. They have like the similar features and similar benefits. Let's see. Okay, Okay, so for instance, we're in the Privy dashboard. So if you're looking to use Privy or Klaviyo, it will have a similar interface. You would hit design my first pop up. So for instance, if you had a coupon that you want to have, for instance, like free shipping or 10% off or 20% off, like I said, they integrated in there for you. So I'm gonna do 20% off. You would activate that code, and then you would set up your pop up. So when it comes to your pop up, you definitely want to have an image tailored to whatever you're selling. So you want to replace this image with, let me say, I'm uploading a photo. Or if you're looking to, if you don't have an image of your product or people using your product, you can just find it on Google. For instance, I'm gonna see lifestyle chain. For instance, I'm gonna look for a good high quality photo that I can add to the pop up. See if I can find some shit. That's too small. It's pretty decent. So save this, save that, and then I would upload that into the Privy dashboard. Drag that in. Upload the photo. Downloads. For instance, that's not it. Where'd that photo just go? There we go. Okay, so I would use this photo for the email marketing pop-up. Looks pretty clean. And then for, we can hit back on that. And then we can hit, for join us, I'm just gonna change that to join the team. Then I will have, make sure that's good. Then we hit sign up for 20% off for your purchase. Then I would hit like plus exclusive, something like exclusive offers. Exclusive offers and deals, just making it more enticing for the customer. And then I have everything else looks pretty good. You can pretty much keep everything else the same, but you definitely want to have a high quality photo of your product there, so when they get the email, they know what it's for. Matter of fact, that doesn't look good. Just okay. Looks pretty good. We got the pop up, and we got the thank you page. You want to make sure the thank you page is pretty clean as well. So let me see if I can find something else. This looks pretty decent. Change image, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Got that going, got that good set up. Thank you, you're on the list. Use a discount code below, and then you would make sure the code is popped up as well. So this automatically adds the code to the cart when it comes to after they add their email to the list. So everything's set up, everything's good. This is just the welcome pop-up flow. So we can hit save, we can hit publish. We get published, just make sure the pop-up is live. So let me see if it's live yet. Okay, so you see we got here on the side, we got to get 20% off. So yeah, it is live. So it will pop up after like 3 seconds. You can change the settings of your, let me see if I can find it real quick. got the targeting. So yeah, when it comes to when to show, you can have it either immediately. I usually like to do it 3 seconds. If it's like immediately, that's pretty annoying. But after scrolling, I say about 50% of the page, and then trigger it automatically, and then it would be triggering like every like 5 minutes or like every like 45 seconds that they're on the page. So we hit save. Got that shit going good. Got that smooth. Blah blah blah. Keep that the same. And then how long to show it. You don't want to have any ending to it, so you want to have it as ongoing. So we got that good. So we got that live. Make sure. Let me see if I can refresh that. Oh, 1 second. Okay, so cool. We got the pop-up coming up. Therefore, you got your email list set up, your pop-up flow set up. So you're collecting emails now for your brand. It's just that extra revenue that you can earn on the back end with no ads for free with the email list. So we got that good. We got that set up. And then we have the email and text campaign. So we got the abandoned cart email I was talking about earlier. We can get started. So you want to add your logo, of course. So you gotta add the logo. Everything's good. Add the logo to your thing, and you want to be color coordinated when it comes to your email as well. It just gives the customer more of a branded feeling. So whatever the colors you have on your site, you want to be coordinated with the colors you have on your emails as well. So I'm gonna just keep this black. So you want to have some enticing messages when it comes to your email as well. Like you left something behind in your cart. It looks like you didn't finish checking out. Come back before your cart is gone. And then when it comes to your font, you can use whatever font you want. But you can link your brand's socials as well if you do have those set up. I recommend setting those up after your brand is doing a couple $100 a day in sales. So you can set your brand pages, your socials up for your brand after you start doing consistent sales. You don't really want to be setting it up if it's like if you don't know if the product is proven or not, if you don't know if the product is in demand or not. So next we're gonna continue. So it would show whatever product that they had in their cart that they didn't buy right here, and then you would I'm not sure if you can do it on Privy, but I know on Klaviyo you can have a discount code that you can set up to get them back to your site. But it's pretty similar to Klaviyo. So if you were using Klaviyo, you can do the same thing. You don't need to do any of this because you're running digital products. You don't really need an address, industry, none of that. So for the industry, I would have jewelry, free state. Okay, so it's saying that address is required. But let me see. Okay, then you want to have for your email address. So whether it's no one's going to reply to your email. Basically, it's either they're going to see your abandoned cart email and they're going to get back to your store, or they're just going to ignore it. No one usually replies to your email, but you want to add your email if you want to. Then we're going to hit continue. We're going to hit activate your first email, and then now your abandoned cart your abandoned cart email is active. So everything's good, everything's set up, and then we have we already have the welcome email. Then we have the purchase follow-up. This is the thank you letter of the brand, of the product after they already bought. So for instance, they have the order confirmation, and then you can either use content that like images or anything of your product or like of your brand, just to add some spice to the email, like give them the branded feeling. I'm gonna sit that out right now because I got some things to do in a couple of minutes. But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to the email flows. And you also have the newsletters. So when it comes to the newsletters, this is where you would set up your automated emails that like go out like once a week or like twice a week, just to build trust with your brand and with your customers. So I'm gonna show you a site that you can use when it comes to email marketing. So this site called Milled right here, Milled. This is a site you can use to search up emails that brands are using when it comes to email marketing and selling their product and building the customer customer satisfaction and the customer relationship with the customer as well. So for instance, if you're like selling like organic protein powder and if you have brands in your niche or your competitors, you want to see how they're running their email marketing or how they're running their email list, you can search that up on this website here, and then you can implement what they use into the email, what's doing well with selling, how they're getting customers back to their stores, and then you can implement that into your email marketing campaign and your email marketing welcome flow and such. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the email marketing flow and pretty much it for the live tonight. Any more questions before we get up out of here? Anybody? No? Okay. Appreciate y'all for coming out tonight. You got something?
Appreciate it, man. I'm
Yeah.
gonna DM you.
Okay, cool, for sure. So I appreciate y'all for coming out tonight. I will be going live pretty often, probably about 2 to 3 times a week now that I'm set up in my new spot. So, and as well as videos, I'll be posting a Google Ads video, a TikTok Ads video, and a Facebook Ads video either today or tomorrow or the day after that. So you can look forward to that, as well as just product research method as well if you're still looking to find products, as well as what else would I be doing? As well as any other things that improve your store, or anything that can improve your Shopify experience. So appreciate y'all for coming out. That'll be the live for tonight. We've been on this thing for like 2 hours. Hope y'all learned anything. Hope y'all seen value out of the stream. Appreciate y'all for coming through, and catch y'all on the flip.
Appreciate you, Jah, man.
For sure. No problem.